I've really helped the business, the organisation. I thought in the spring of 1981 that was exactly what IT should be doing. Why wouldn't you? But as we went through the 80s and the 90s, I found that, let's say, with all due respect to everybody, because we're all in this together, right? Not everybody in the industry saw it that way, and we had this continual gap. I was already a ready-made business IT hybrid, and for example, in 1987, I got my first full-time proper IT programming role up in northwest London. I wrote a system with a system manager, and when we went to do a trial training day for the user merchandisers, a very nice man, also called David, who was the sales manager, got up to do this trial training. And this poor gentleman couldn't do that two-way translation. He couldn't make that work. So the two sides were just not aligning, and it was a bit messy. And this was quite a small company, and I said to Rob, the managing director, it's a bit of a shame, look, I've got a few ideas, And he said, yeah, I like your ideas, you do the training. So I did the training. In my spare time, you don't need to know this, I do a bit of contemporary performing arts. So let's just say, when I did the training, I put a few appropriate jokes in and a bit of humour, which went down very well. That always helps to get a point over. But again, do you see, business IT bridging here, fairly natural for me, and not just business IT, but multifaceted, because I was in London in my teenage years at the beginning of that marketing information career with my father, who ran an advertising and marketing consultancy in London. And my dad was really good, he was ahead of his time, like in the 70s, using numbers to help his clients get where they were getting, and I kind of gravitated towards that. I'll leave you with one final story. Rolling forward, I was asked to go to a university in Kent some years ago because the registry at the university and the central corporate IT department were doing this. It's your fault, no it's your fault, no it's your... Have you seen that? Is that going on in your organisation? I've been seeing that going on for a very long time. I was asked to go and sort that out. When I had a look at what was going on, after I'd introduced myself to people and found out a bit about them and genuinely made friends, because that's really nice when you're all working together. I like to work collaboratively. It was quite clear to me that there were some layers of this whole paradigm missing, and if you like, in here, one thing you will see is you will see missing jigsaw pieces that you've never seen before. You will see jigsaw pieces that you have seen before, but they're a bit bent and they don't quite fit. When you understand these fundamental principles of getting value from IT and digital transformation, your whole value jigsaw just comes out so much clearer and better. I just showed them a few models at the university. In actual fact, and this is not that revolutionary, but maybe it sometimes takes someone to go, right people, the central issue was that these two sets of people had not drawn out the student staff life cycle in terms of what most people would call a business process diagram. I call it an organisational activity path or pattern, because I find a lot of terms bandied around in this industry are not very helpful. But anyway, I sat down with a registry lady. We did 17 iterations of a process model, and that showed us at what points the staff and students should be getting their library card and their email account and all this stuff, which is what the processing system was about. Therefore, I was able to also write some what you might call requirements. That's another term that rather worries me, but let's call them requirements for now. And the IT ladies and gentlemen were very pleased to get those requirements. They wrote the software, they put it in, and at the next iteration, everybody went, wow, great, problem done. I would like to come and do some of that work for you, if you'd like me to, or someone from my team. We can do that and much, much, much more, because this is big. I don't say it's good because it's big. What we do here is I simplify the complexity and the challenge right down to what you really need to do and think about practically and pragmatically. When I say this is comprehensive, I mean I've been working on it for a very long time. I did not knock it up on the back of a cigarette packet last week, so it is mature. The other thing about it is, although I've had fantastic support from quite a lot of people, many thanks to those people, it's come from my experience of working in this industry for the last nearly 45 years, 5 days a week, sometimes 7 days a week. And I really enjoy working on this, so there's a lot of power here. I would just say thank you very much. Do get in touch. Of course, there's a contact page on there, and we hope to talk to you very shortly. Good luck. Looking forward to talking to you. Remember, I will talk to you as much as I can for free until you start feeling happier with what you're doing. Not that you're unhappy now. Look forward to it. Thank you very much. Was that okay, Pet? Do you think we can make something out of that? Yeah, we should be able to edit something together, shouldn't we? Together we'll stand.